Hello, Mr. Bloxham here. Going to show the pupils how to make hot cross buns or cinnamon buns, because my year 10 should be making them last week, but I've given them their homework to do it by Friday, so I thought I'd show them how to make it. So in here we've got 500 grams of flour. Now normally it's strong flour, but I couldn't get any strong. I had to use up what I've got left, and I've got a tiny bit of plain in here, so I've made it up with some plain. This isn't actual home flour, I just put the cheap stuff in there in the container, make it cheaper. So in here we're going to put the whole packet of yeast. That's 7 grams of yeast. I've got sugar here. I'm actually going to put it in the liquid so it dissolves a bit, but you don't have to. That's going to be 75 grams, 3 tablespoons, or you can weigh it. Right, then I'm going to whisk that up with a little fork, and then I'm going to put 1 egg in as well. So normally bread dough would just have water in it. It would still have sugar in it, because sugar feeds the yeast. Also, we'll have a little bit of salt. I'm going to put a little bit of salt in, which does have too much salt, will kill the yeast. So I'm going to put the machine on for a bit. I am going to show you how to knead it by hand, because most of you probably haven't got a machine. So you don't need a machine, but I'm showing you the advantages of the machine. There's 250 millilitres of milk in here, an egg, and the sugar. Now also, because I quite like cinnamon, and cinnamon buns obviously have cinnamon in, I'm going to put a rounded teaspoon of cinnamon in. When I make the cinnamon buns later, they're going to get extra in as well. So this is called an enriched dough, because it's enriched with the egg, the butter and the milk. Bread will just normally have water in it. Naan bread, yogurt. I'm going to put most of this in and switch it on. I'm not going to put it all in, it might go too sticky. So this bit here, so put it around. That's why this bit of tape's on there, because it can hold it down. So I might have to hold it down here. I've got the tape beater on the floor. Now this is Kenwood, and that's why this is called the beater. It's got a K in the middle of it. This would damage the machine by using the bread dough. That's why you need to throw it on there. So I'm just going to turn it off for a minute, because if I leave it, it might make that horrible noise. I'm going to push it down with a spatula. And then I'm going to do some kneading on the table as well. We will have to prove this twice. So it will get proved for 1 hour once it's in a ball, and then proved for 1 hour before it goes in the oven. By proving it, I mean putting it somewhere warm where it can double in size. Now, strong flour normally has a higher gluten content, which is basically the protein. This has got 11.7 in, and this has got about 9.6. So there's not a lot more, but a little bit more. So that stops it, especially a bread loaf, stops it collapsing. These should hopefully be okay. You have to improvise. You could even probably make them with self-raising flour or plain flour if you haven't got any yeast. You could just probably make these. They might not be quite the same. So we're just going to see if it's the right thing. No, it's quite sticky. It needs to be a bit sticky, not too sticky. If it's too sticky, it will all stick to your hand, but if it's not sticky enough, it will take longer to rise. So we're going to knead this on here, then I'm going to show you once it's all in a ball. I've got sultanas here, but I'm going to put them in later. They're only for the hot cross buns. And also I've got some orange zest which I'm going to put in. Paul Hollywood's recipe, so you would normally leave that on there for about 5 minutes. Now this is a bit sticky, which is okay. So rather than touch this with my hands, I'm going to move all this over here, put this little rubbish into my little rubbish pot. Then I'm going to put a little bit of flour on the table, but not too much. This is a mistake the pupils normally make. They use too much flour when kneading it, and they always punch it and things, which does absolutely nothing to it. So the idea of the kneading it is to keep it into contact with its food, which is the sugar, and also it stretches the gluten and strengthens the gluten. So that's why it's normally made with strong flour. Also, things made with strong flour would be puff pastry and choux buns. They would be the two main other things, and bread obviously. So sometimes it's called bread flour. This doesn't work very well when I've tried it with gluten-free flour, but later, tomorrow, because can't eat too many cakes in one day, I'm going to give some of these to my neighbours. This will probably make about a dozen rolled buns altogether. I'm going to make 6 of each. Actually, I'm going to make 6 of each. I'm also going to make 1 Devon split and 1 ice bun to show you. Now, Devon split is baked and it's filled with jam and cream. It looks a little bit like a donut. And you could make donuts with these, but I'm not going to do any deep frying today. Normally when we're in the kitchen. So when you knead it, as you can see, it's starting to go smooth here. So you fill it with the with the heel of your hand. We don't need too much flour. With the heel of your hand, like this, and this is 500 grams worth. In this machine, one advantage of the machine is you can do something else. Like I could tidy up now, grate the orange zest, get all the other ingredients out, the icing sugar for the cinnamon buns. When I prove it later, I'm going to put it back in the bowl. It says put it back into a grease bowl. Don't know if you need to do that, I don't always do that, but you can put a little bit of grease in the bowl and then cover it with a tea towel. So I'm going to leave this for about an hour, but I'm going to knead it for about another 2 minutes. So other things you can make with this are a thing called Bath buns. Obviously originated in Bath. They've got like little bits of nibbed sugar on. I don't know if you've ever seen them before, and they have cherries in. Look a little bit like rock cakes. Loads of different types of donuts you can do with this, the jam donuts or the ring donuts. But this is obviously sweet because it's got the sugar in and the egg, and it's got the cinnamon in as well. But you can put anything in it. Yeah, Paul Hollywood, I've never seen that before. I was looking up some different recipes earlier, because normally I just make them up, but where I'm showing you how to make them, I'll try and give you the measurements. He puts an actual diced apple in his hot cross buns, which I've never seen. Now, when we glaze them, when they come out, we need them nice and shiny. Now, loads of recipes have all different things. When I was in the Navy and I was taught, we used to use a thing called bun wash, and it was basically sugar and water. You heat the sugar and water up and you glaze it with that. But a lot of recipes today, Paul Hollywood says, see, he does apricot jam. I haven't got any apricot jam, but I like apricot jam. Or you can use golden syrup. So later, I'm going to do it with the bun wash or golden syrup. I mean, golden syrup just saves you making the bun wash. So that's probably needed more or less long enough. I'm going to put it in the bowl, get a clean tea towel out the drawer, leave it in the bowl. I'm going to grease the bowl. I haven't got any cooking oil left whatsoever, except we've got some garlic infused oil. So I'm not going to use that. I'm just going to use a little bit of butter or something similar. So I've got some butter, yes, 50. Oh, what I did was, for the milk, I heated it up so it was more or less boiling. Then I put in the butter, 50 grams of butter, and then it melted and it was roughly the right temperature. You don't want it too hot because it will kill the yeast, because the yeast is alive. It's a biological raising agent. When you get things like baking powder, bicarbonate of soda, they're called chemical raising agents. Putting that over there like that and leaving that for at least an hour. It takes a little bit longer with the extra fat and the egg in it. So you'll need to come and watch part 2 for me to show you how to shape them, then part 3 to see them cooked. That's thank you from Bay House School.